You know the feeling, right? It's late, you're standing in front of the fridge, that glow on your face, and you're caught in that classic moment of indecision. That late night craving, it's something we all know, but it brings up a huge question. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? Is that snack you're about to grab just a harmless little treat, or is it secretly sabotaging your health and your sleep? Well, the truth is, it's kind of both. I love this quote because it just nails that feeling. It's not like you're starving for a full meal, you just need a little something. But the big question is, what should that something be? Let's dig in and figure that out. All right, let's frame this up. We're talking about the midnight snack dilemma. And it's a real tug of war, right? It's our cravings going head to head with what we know is probably best for our bodies. And let's be real, it's not always because your stomach is genuinely growling, is it? Nope. Sometimes you're just bored, maybe a little stressed, or you're just chasing that perfect, satisfying crunch of a potato chip. But in that moment, the choice can feel surprisingly important. Okay, so why does this choice matter so much? Let's get into the actual science behind it. Because believe it or not, what you eat, and just as importantly, when you eat it, can have a massive impact on everything from how well you sleep to how your body's metabolism works. So really, late-night snacking has two very different personalities. On the one hand, if you choose the right snack, you could actually stabilize your blood sugar and sleep better. But on the other hand, the wrong choice, yeah, that can lead to things like acid reflux, totally wrecking your sleep quality, and maybe even lead to weight gain down the road. So here's the deal. Your body runs on an internal clock, its circadian rhythm. And when you eat late at night, you're basically throwing a wrench into the gears. See, your metabolism and digestion are already winding down for the night, getting ready for sleep. So that food you just ate, it can just sit there. And that's where you get that awful bloating, discomfort, and indigestion. And this can turn into a really nasty, vicious cycle, especially if you're trying to manage your blood sugar. Check this out. First, you don't get enough sleep. That messes with your appetite hormones, so you feel way hungrier the next day. Then you grab a sugary snack late at night, which spikes your blood sugar, which can make you have to get up to use the bathroom more often. And, of course, all those bathroom trips mean your sleep gets even more disrupted. And boom, the whole cycle starts all over again. Okay, but it's not all doom and gloom, I promise. There is absolutely a way to break that cycle and snack smarter. So let's get into the smart snacking playbook and figure out a better strategy for handling those late-night cravings. All right, here is the number one most important rule. It's so simple. You'll never forget it. Never eat a naked carb. So what's a naked carb? Think of a handful of plain crackers or a piece of candy all by itself. That stuff digests super fast, spikes your blood sugar, and then you're hungry again before you know it. So if naked carbs are out, what's in? Well, you've got to dress them up. The winning formula is all about the combo, a fiber-rich complex carb plus some protein and a healthy fat. The perfect example? Whole grain toast with some peanut butter. That combination of fiber, protein, and fat is like the dream team. It slows down digestion, keeps your blood sugar from going on a roller coaster, and actually keeps you feeling full until morning. And another really key part of the playbook is timing. It's pretty simple. Try not to eat and then immediately lie down. If you can, give your body about 30 minutes to get the digestion process started. Trust me, it can make a world of difference in avoiding stuff like heartburn and acid reflux. Okay, so we've got the rules of the playbook down. Now for the really fun part. Let's put this into action with a head-to-head showdown. The best versus the worst snacks for late-night munching. Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet for late-night cravings. Let's run through these smart swaps. So if you're craving chips, that salty crunch, which are mostly just empty calories, try some air-popped popcorn instead. You get that same satisfying crunch, but with a good hit of fiber. What if you're craving ice cream? Well, all that sugar can actually spike your stress hormones. A much better choice is Greek yogurt with some berries. You get protein, probiotics, and even some natural melatonin. And that leftover slice of pizza? Oh man, the high-fat and acidic sauce is basically asking for heartburn. Instead, a few whole grain crackers with a slice of cheese will give you that savory fix with protein and fiber to actually keep you full. So, have you ever wondered why things like milk and crackers are classic bedtime snacks? A big piece of the puzzle is a little something called tryptophan. It's an amino acid that's basically a building block for serotonin, which helps you feel good, and melatonin, the sleep hormone. But here's the cool part, the real trick. When you pair it with a carb, like the crackers or the cereal, it actually helps your brain absorb that tryptophan more easily. It's like unlocking its sleep-inducing power. And the list of these awesome bedtime buddies goes on. For instance,
Tart cherries and walnuts are amazing because they actually contain melatonin naturally. Kiwis have serotonin. And of course, you can't go wrong with a classic like whole wheat toast and peanut butter or even a tiny cheese board. You'll notice every single one of these follows that winning formula we just talked about.
All right, so we've gone through the science, we've got our playbook, and we know the best players to put on the field. Now let's bring it all home and figure out how you can find your perfect bedtime bite. So, take a second and think about your own habits. What's your go-to craving? Are you all about the sweets, or do you need something savory? Do you crave something crunchy, or is it all about creamy textures? The great thing is, you can use this playbook to find a smart swap that totally satisfies that specific craving, but doesn't mess up your sleep. When it all comes down to it, the most important piece of advice is just this: listen to your own body. This isn't about making yourself miserable with a bunch of strict rules or telling yourself you can never eat at night. It's just about being a little more intentional. If you are genuinely hungry, then honoring that feeling with a small, smart snack isn't just okay, it might actually be the key to getting a fantastic night's sleep. So the next time you find yourself standing in the glow of the refrigerator late at night, just remember this: your choice isn't just about satisfying a craving for the next 10 minutes. That last bite of your day really can set the tone for your entire morning. It could be the difference between waking up feeling groggy and sluggish or waking up refreshed and totally ready to take on the day. Make it a good one.